Last week, U.S. equities reached a new all-time high, the first in over 2 months. However, many of the largest companies are 5 to 10% below their highs. How's that possible? In a word, broadening. It's a reminder that this rally is being driven not just by the biggest companies, but by earnings growth across a much wider group of stocks. Whether that broadening continues may be one of the most important market trends to watch in the months ahead, especially after last week's negative jobs report for July reminded markets that the economic outlook remains uncertain. Q2 earnings season is drawing to a close, and attention shifts back to the economy this week, with all eyes on Wednesday's Consumer Price Index report for July. Markets expect a relatively benign July inflation report, but one report won't change the bigger picture. Inflation still starts with a 3, not a 2. Fed Chairman Kevin Warsh has repeatedly emphasized that the Fed will deliver price stability, and regardless of the source, inflation remains above target. After the Fed opted not to raise rates last month, a hotter-than-expected inflation report this month would likely upset a bond market that's already showing little tolerance for persistent inflation. Long-term Treasury yields remain near their 19-year highs, suggesting the Fed has little room and perhaps little time to spare in delivering on that price stability mandate. The other key question this week is whether households and consumers are holding up or starting to crack under the weight of higher prices. Persistent inflation, slower income growth, and the fading boost from spring tax refunds are all putting pressure on household spending power. So Tuesday's household debt and credit report and Friday's retail sales figures will tell us whether households are falling behind on debt, relying more on credit, or if they're continuing to spend at a pace that supports economic growth in an economy that still appears to be in low hire, low fire setting. So as earnings season gives way to economic data, we'll get a clearer picture of whether inflation pressures are easing and whether American households remain in a position to support economic growth. Things to watch: inflation data, household credit, and retail sales.
The views expressed are solely those of the authors and do not necessarily reflect the views of First Citizens Bank and Trust Company or any of its affiliates. This material is for informational purposes only and is not intended to be an offer, recommendation, or solicitation to purchase or sell a specific investment strategy, any security, or insurance product, and should not be construed as legal, tax, or accounting advice. Please consult with your legal or tax advisor regarding the particular facts and circumstances of your situation prior to making any financial decision. While we believe that the information presented is from reliable sources, we do not represent, warrant, or guarantee that it is accurate or complete. Many companies referenced in this content are independent third parties and are not affiliated with First Citizens Bank and Trust Company. All third-party trademarks referenced, including logos, trade names, service marks, and icons, remain the property of their respective owners. Your investments in securities and insurance products and services are not insured by the FDIC or any other federal government agency and may lose value. They are not deposits or other obligations of or guaranteed by any bank or bank affiliate and are subject to investment risks, including possible loss of the principal amounts invested. Past performance is no guarantee of future results. Estimates of future performance are based on assumptions that may not be realized. This material is not a solicitation of any offer to buy or sell any security or other financial instrument or to participate in any trading strategy. Diversification does not guarantee a profit or protect against loss in a declining financial market. First Citizens Wealth is a marketing brand of First Citizens Bankshares Incorporated, a bank holding company. The following affiliates of First Citizens Bankshares Incorporated are the entities through which First Citizens Wealth products are offered. Brokerage products and services are offered through First Citizens Investor Services Incorporated, FCIS, a registered broker-dealer, member FINRA, and SIPC. Advisory services are offered through First Citizens Investor Services Incorporated, First Citizens Asset Management Incorporated, and SVB Wealth LLC, all SEC registered investment advisors. Certain brokerage and advisory products and services may not be available from all investment professionals, in all jurisdictions, or to all investors. Insurance products and insurance are offered through First Citizens Investor Services Incorporated, a licensed insurance agency. Banking, lending, trust products and services, and certain insurance products and services are offered by First Citizens Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender and First Citizens Delaware Trust Company. For more information about First Citizens Bankshares Incorporated, its subsidiaries, and its investment professionals, visit www.firstcitizens.com/wealth/disclosures.